Could you use a quick tip daily? How about a tip that can impact your day? My name is Raphael. Join me as I bring you tips by experts around the world. These experts have shared their knowledge and wisdom with me and will directly share them with you. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, and comment, and I would love for you to become part of the New Tip Daily community. Good morning. Happy Monday. I hope you're having an exceptional day. Today, I want to talk about how do you stand out in a crowded space? Is it the way you dress? Is it the way you do your hair or your makeup? Is it the outfit, your shoes? I believe it's two things that will help you stand out, or maybe three. Maybe they're all connected. One is the way you carry yourself. And second, which I think is probably the most important, your actions. And third, which is super critical. Are you ready for this one? Super critical. The way you speak. The way you speak. Your communication skills. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in a room and somebody's talking and you don't understand them because maybe they speak too fast, they mumble, or they talk too low? These are some of the things that I struggle with when I'm in a situation where I don't want to be rude, but a lot of times I have to turn around and say, could you repeat that again? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. I'm trying to be as polite as I can. But there have been sometimes conversations where people don't realize that maybe they're speaking too fast, they're mumbling, or they start talking loud and all of a sudden their voices go lower. So it's hard. Now you have to kind of lean in. And I can get that. Sometimes it's important to say, hey, I'm really excited. I want to tell you something that happened. I want to tell you something that will change your life. So maybe you bring them in, you're drawing them in. That makes sense. But a lot of people will say, they'll start high on a high note, and all of a sudden, they dip, and then they continue in that flavor, if you will, and they're not engaging with anybody. Oof. So communication is probably the most critical on how you can be authentic. How do you show up? How do you even command a room or a virtual stage? I recently was told that in a room of many, I stood out. And it wasn't because I was there jumping up and down. It wasn't because I was loud and obnoxious. It was because I gave people the space to speak. I listened. And here's the other one. I acknowledged what they were talking about and made them feel important. And when we can do that, people will remember us because we made them feel important. And people will want to hear what you have to say. Don't get me wrong, some people don't get the idea. I've been in situations where someone just talks. I don't even know how they breathe. They must be breathing through their nose only, and somehow, because they're going a mile a minute, they don't pause, they don't stop, and it's a run-on sentence. It's a run-on paragraph. It never, ever ends. They don't leave anybody space for anything. I have an idea. Tell me what you think. I'd love to hear it. What happens if you come across somebody like that? What would happen to you if somebody's talking and talking and talking, all of a sudden you start coughing? It kind of interrupts them. It doesn't matter where they are. And how about sneezing? How about you start, that's all of a sudden, everybody's attention is going to go to you. And then you go, oof, oh, I'm really sorry. I really appreciate what you were talking. And then you jump in on that conversation. You jump in. So think about that. It's not that you want to steal the conversation. Is that maybe no one has been allowed to even speak because they go from one to the other, to the other, to the other with no gaps, no spaces, no pauses, nothing. This is why I believe that we all need to consider our communication skills so that we are heard. I've been in rooms with people like that. Or even worse, somebody that when you're talking, all they're doing is looking at their phone but they're like, yeah, I'm here. I definitely want to know what you have to say. But then they're doing this junk. I really, really don't admire that in a person. If you come to a meeting with me, or if we're in a situation and you really need to get on your phone, please leave. Please leave. Because what's going on is not important enough for you to put that thing away. If you can't put it on airplane mode, like right now, I don't have it on airplane mode or silence. It's just not going off right this second. Hopefully, let's hope it doesn't, because what I want to share with you is important. Consider things that disrupt the conversation. One of the things that you need to know, if you're telling a story, you need to know where your story is. So if somebody does interrupt, somebody asks a question, you can answer their question and then get back to it. So communication skills will definitely be more authentic. The way you show up and your actions. Those are my 3 big tips for you today on standing out in a crowd. Standing out. The other thing that I'm going to let you know is that sometimes just listening to what's going on, because you may be in a crowd, you may be in a space where you go, I don't need to be here. I don't need to be here. And you politely make your way out. That speaks volumes for who you are as a person, because you don't need to prove anything to anyone. You need to prove it to you. Is that time that you're going to spend in that room worth your while? Because you can never get that time back. Thank you guys for joining me today. I really, really appreciate you, my friends. If you like this show, if you like anything about it, if you even don't like it, I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I truly, truly feel blessed that I have a stage that I can speak to you guys on. And every day, you can make yourself matter by the actions you take. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.